What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and we're going to make this pretty quick. We do have some weekly news to talk about, but it's really nothing different than we talked about last week. The biggest refresher, well, we'll get to that. Let's kind of do this in reverse order. As you guys know, coming this week, as always, is 7 Zone. Nothing really special to talk about here. The one thing I will say, if you guys really kind of, it's hard to make a top 10 score in this. I've stopped trying. I hate to say it, but it is true. You can actually build a water team that is a combination of AoE and single target if you really maxed out Belle, Aisha, and Mikoto. Literally, and I don't even know if you have to actually have the new Haruhime maxed out as well. But I built a team that literally walks into this event, laughs at it, and walks away. I'm really hoping they do some more updates. I would love to see the double ailment come back or something like that, but for the time being, you could literally just build a default water team. If you guys want to see that video, I will definitely talk about it, and we can discuss it. It is kind of conditional because I do feel like there might be a big modification of this coming soon because water does walk in and just laugh at this completely. But at the moment, there's an automatic team that will get you an S clear every single time, even on the hardest settings, regardless of whether it's favorable or not. So if you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments right away. But for now, just know this is coming, and this has literally just become, I hate to say hilarious, but it's pretty hilarious. And of course, as you guys know, this week we are getting training war games. There will be no Irish reward from War Game, but there still will be some pretty awesome rewards. And as the month resets, remember, you will get some Irish rewards simply for playing it, so you do want to make sure you take advantage of it. Now, the reason we're getting Training War Game is, of course, Familia War Game is coming back. This is not a... this is not the one where the top 16 go after each other. This is just a standard Familia War Game. Nothing too crazy, nothing too unique. The one thing I will say is if you are looking for a Familia, I believe most of the Chestia Familias are actually, I believe we still have some slots open. But if you do not get in within the next 24 hours, you will miss out. So, if you're looking for a Familia, check the Discords down below. My Discord, the Crude Suspension Bridge from Venezuela. There is a slot there where you can fill out an application, and we will have our mods looking at that pretty hard over the next 24 hours. So let us know, definitely, if you guys are interested. Now, Familia War Game, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. The one thing I would recommend, pay close attention to the teams that you had in Undertale Skira. That's going to give you a good idea of what you need for Familia War Game. And I will tell you from experience, when I got into the upper echelon, there were a lot, as I predicted, of ailment teams. Ailment, I think, is going to be... Ailment and Stall are going to be massive. And I do mean massive in this Familia War Game. So you want to make sure that you know your way around those teams at least pretty well. If you're not familiar, basically Ailment is like the new Epimetheus, where they literally just throw like poisons and stuns and seals, and even Aphrodite's a really good one for that with her charm. They throw that at you like crazy and just basically try to break down the wall until those ailments get through. Now you can actually avoid this by running the anklets that do basically anti-ailment. So be aware of the new ailment units we've gotten. Your Aphrodite's with her charm. Your Epimetheus with literally everything he does. Poison's not a crazy one, but because Epimetheus's poison is so potent, it can and will kill you. So you do need to be a little cautious about this. You know, take healers into your teams. You know, and a lot of times it's you need to run somebody on the front lines that does anti-ailment, and you do need somebody that's quick and will strike first. I have actually seen, hilariously, the Magic Light team from last year, that really crazy, fast, insane, like, turn one kill team, has been doing spectacular still a year later. So you need to really sit down, you need to plan these teams out, you need to think about what you were doing in Undertale Skira and really plan that out. The good news is you could still use Wargame basically as a sandbox for now, so do consider that an option. But Familia War Game is back, and that's really kind of all we're getting. New 7th Zone Trading War Game and Familia War Game this week. The scouting time limit will be changed. I forget exactly. They have modified that. When we get everything on that, because this is actually taking off tomorrow, when we get everything on that, we will talk about it. We will talk about the change, because I think that is going to be a massive, and I do mean massive change. I believe, if I recollect, like basically everything after, what was it, like 8 p.m. or something like that, is basically knocked off. And the main reason for that, and once again, we'll talk about it in day 2 of Familia War Game, because it's gonna be a big change. I believe they cut it off because what happened was people would run troll teams, or would like run one team and then prepare another, and you know, I won't say that's a good tactic. Like, it is definitely, there's a tactic behind that to hide your teams and all that stuff. This just gives people more options so that you can't go in the last few seconds and then change your teams up or all that stuff. And it really just makes it more fair for everyone. So we'll talk about that after that's dropped, but know all these things are an option. Familia War Game will be different this time around and will be harder. So stay tuned. We'll see how this plays out. For now, that's the news. Like, comment, share all the good stuff, and I'll be back with more Danmachi really soon. We haven't talked about Record Buster for a very good reason. I'm hoping to have that video out here before long, so stay tuned for that.